My dear students, now we have understood that what is the meaning of decision making under certainty, decision making under uncertainty, and decision making under risk. How these situations are different from each other. Now we are going to learn that how we are going to take decision in the case of uncertainty. So there are five prescribed criteria: so optimistic criteria, pessimistic criteria, regret, Harvich, Laplace. These are the different mindsets while taking decisions. So each of these criteria we are going to understand. And the same way, under decision making risk, here there are two different techniques. One is EMV. EMV, full form of EMV is expected monetary value. Expected monetary value. And EOL, full form of EOL is expected opportunity loss. So now we will take one by one. First, we will take all the five criteria under decision making under uncertainty. So first criteria, optimistic criteria. Now here you can see that this is a payoff table. Here payoffs in 100. You can say, like, if it is written in 100, 800, it means that 800 into 100. So these are the numbers written here. They are the payoffs, and here you can see these are the alternatives. So we are again taking the example of crops and rain. Here three types of options uh, are in front of the farmer. That is, he can choose crop A or B or C. So here these are the alternatives. And now there are three rain conditions: high rain, medium, and low rain. So these rain conditions are states of nature. In previous lecture I told you that states of nature, they can also be termed as events or outcomes, and these are the factors which are not in our control. Now, how one should take decision according to optimistic criteria? First, understand the philosophy. What is the meaning of optimism? Optimism is a particular mindset where a person is full of positivity. For example, uh, if a farmer is optimistic, so he will think, if he chooses to sow crop A, then high rain will happen. Why? Because high rain is the condition where he will get maximum payoff if he chooses crop A. In the same way, if he chooses crop B, then definitely it is going to happen low rain. This is the mindset of a farmer, that if he is going to take any decision, then all the conditions which are in God's hand, that will be surely in his favor. या ऐसा कहें कि इसको ये लगता है, नहीं, भगवान हमारे ऊपर हमेशा खुश रहेगा, ऑल द टाइम गॉड विल फेवर हिम. So such mindset is known as optimism, optimistic mindset. Like all the conditions which are not, all the factors which are not in his control, if it is in God's control, then God is going to favor him definitely. This is the strong belief. Now, how that person is going to take decision? So this is the philosophy, and now we are going to see that what is the methodology that we should work out with this payoff table. So in front of each course of action, we will write maximum payoff from all these three states of nature. So in front of A, if he chooses crop A, then what will be the maximum payoff? That is 800. In the same way, if he chooses crop B, then what will be the maximum payoff? That is 500. In the same way, if he chooses crop C, then what is the maximum payoff? That is 500. So here, these are the maximum payoffs for each course of action. And now, what is the maximum value among these maximum? That is 800. Again, listen, what we have done. in front of each course of action, in front of each alternative, we have written the maximum payoff. In this column, here we are writing maximum values. Here 500. Here again it is 500. So now in this column, what is the maximum value? 800. Now this is the decision. This is the decision which will be made by farmer if he thinks in this way. So now here we are going to write the answer. According to optimistic criteria, crop A should be selected. Or crop A is the decision. This is the answer. Now, if we see the methodology, what we have done, we have taken maximum payoffs from each course of action, corresponding to each course of action, and from maximum of the maximum we have taken, selected, and corresponding to this course of action is our decision. Now, this is the reason this optimistic criteria is also known as Maximax. Maximax. You can better understand that why this Maximax term is there. The reason is that because we are selecting maximum among the maximum. Maximum among the maximum, or you can say maximum of the maximum. This is the reason this criteria is Maximax. So most of the times this criteria is also asked with the name Maximax criteria instead of optimistic criteria. So I think it would be clear to you. Now exercise this methodology with the help of one more example. So here in the another example, there are 4 alternatives. These alternatives are also known as strategies. Right? So if instead of alternative, if there is a strategy, so don't get confused. Strategies, course of action, alternatives, all these are the synonymous of each other. So here there are 4 alternatives, A1, A2, A3, A4, and there are 3 states of nature, N1, N2, N3. And as I told you in previous lecture that states of nature can also be termed as events or outcomes. Right? This is the reason this time I have written events here. Now what we will do, we will see corresponding to each course of action we will write maximum payoff. So here maximum payoff is 100. Here maximum payoff is 95. Here maximum payoff is 105. Here maximum payoff is 100. Now which one is the maximum in this maximum column? 105 is the maximum value. So this is the answer. A3 should be selected. A3 should be selected. According to optimistic criteria, A3 should be selected. Now let us discuss few more varieties with the help of this example. Suppose here in this case, instead of 100 it had been 105. So now if you see maximum value in this corresponding to this A4, so you would have got 105 here. So now you would have a tie between 105 here and 105 here. So what we will do, we know that this is the situation of alternative solution. So we would suggest that A3 and O4, A3 or A4 can be selected. Getting my point? I am telling you, if in the maximum column you are getting two or more values, same values, same maximum values, for example 105 here, 105 here, so in that case you will suggest that this is the alternative, there would be alternative course of action to be selected. So you will write A3 or A4 should be selected. I think now optimistic criteria would be clear to you. One more thing to be noticed is that uh, it can be written in this way, that states of nature this side and alternatives this side. So never get confused, because what you are doing, you are writing a payoff along courses of action, along alternatives. So either make it right in this way. You can change your question, like if in the question states of nature given in this side and alternatives in this side, so you can make it, you can rewrite that. You can write alternative this side and states of nature this side, or you can do because you know the methodology. So other way is that if alternatives are written here and states of nature are written here, so you can write maximum here max, and here maximum value, and here maximum value, and here maximum value, and the maximum of the maximum. I think I I tried my best to make it clear. Okay, and next criteria we will understand in next video. Thank you.